These are 6 top stocks in after hours with big percentage moves. While watching bullish after hours price actions, let us inform you our review on RGC. Regencell Bioscience Holdings Ltd is making waves in the biotech space with its unique approach, leveraging traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, to tackle neurocognitive disorders like ADHD and autism. While most pharmaceutical companies focus on synthetic drugs, Regencell is going all in on TCM-based treatments with 3 liquid formula candidates targeting different levels of ADHD and ASD severity. What makes Regencell stand out is its commitment to merging ancient medicinal knowledge with modern science. ADHD and autism treatments are dominated by Western pharmaceuticals, but Regencell is betting that a more natural, holistic approach will appeal to parents and patients looking for alternatives. It's a bold move, especially considering how strict regulatory approvals can be for non-traditional medicines in major markets like the US. The challenge? Scaling up. TCM has deep roots in Asia, but breaking into Western healthcare systems will take time, data, and regulatory buy-in. Clinical validation will be key. Investors will want to see real-world efficacy data and regulatory progress before fully buying into the company's growth potential. That said, the demand for alternative treatments is rising, with growing awareness of ADHD and autism and increasing skepticism toward conventional pharmaceuticals. Regencell has a shot at carving out a niche in this space. If they can navigate the regulatory landscape and prove their treatments work, they could tap into a massive market with unmet needs. Our review on GNPX. Genprex Incorporated is pushing the boundaries of gene therapy, tackling 2 of the biggest health challenges, cancer and diabetes. Their OncoPrex delivery system uses lipid nanoparticles to deliver therapeutic genes, a promising approach that could offer new hope for patients with limited treatment options. The company's lead candidate, Regencell, is currently being tested in clinical trials for both non-small cell and small cell lung cancer, with hopes of improving patient outcomes where existing therapies fall short. On the diabetes front, GPX002 is being developed to address both type 1 and type 2 diabetes, potentially reducing or even eliminating the need for insulin. For investors, the big question is whether Genprex can navigate the long and expensive road of clinical trials. Biotech stocks are known for volatility, and success is far from guaranteed. But if Regencell shows strong clinical results, it could be a game changer, unlocking significant value. With gene therapy gaining momentum in the healthcare world, Genprex is one to keep on the radar for those looking at high-risk, high-reward plays in biotech. Our review on HROW. Harrow Incorporated has been making waves in the eye care pharmaceutical space, and if their latest numbers are any indication, they're gearing up for a strong 2025. The company just gave investors a peek at its revenue expectations, projecting over $280 million for the year ahead. That's a big confidence move, signaling that demand for their ophthalmic portfolio is holding strong. For the most recent quarter, they're estimating revenue to land between $65 million and $67 million, showing steady growth as they continue expanding their footprint in the U.S. market. For investors, this outlook suggests Harrow is on a solid trajectory. The company has been aggressive in building its product lineup, with a mix of branded and compounded pharmaceutical offerings, and it's clearly paying off. Their portfolio includes everything from antibiotics like Vigamox to anesthesia gels like IHEEZO, products that serve essential needs in ophthalmology. And with an aging population and rising demand for eye treatments, Harrow is positioned well for long-term growth. The big thing to watch now is execution. Revenue guidance is one thing, but maintaining strong sales and managing costs will determine how much of that growth translates into profitability. Investors will also want to keep an eye on how well their newer products gain traction and whether they continue to expand market share in the competitive ophthalmic space. If they can keep up the momentum, Harrow could be a strong name to watch in the specialty pharma world. Our review on IVP. Inspire Veterinary Partners Incorporated just took a big step toward expansion, signing an exclusive, non-binding letter of intent to acquire Central Florida Animal Hospital. While it's not a done deal yet, this signals the company's strategy to grow its footprint in a key pet care market, which could mean more revenue and a stronger presence in the veterinary space. For investors, the key things to watch will be how Inspire funds the acquisition, how well the new location integrates into its existing operations, and whether this move sets the stage for more expansion. If executed well, this could be a meaningful step in scaling its network and driving long-term growth. Our review on ITP. IT Tech Packaging Incorporated operates in the paper products industry in China, focusing on manufacturing packaging and printing papers. The company does this through a unique setup with its subsidiaries and a structure called a variable interest entity, VI. This arrangement allows them to have control over their operations in China, even though foreign companies typically can't fully own businesses in certain sectors there. The main players in its operation are Baoding Xingda, Qianrong, and Dongfang Paper, which is the VIE. For investors, this setup can be a bit of a mixed bag. The VIE structure is pretty common for Chinese companies that are listed abroad, but it does add some extra complexity, especially when it comes to transparency and regulatory concerns. So, keeping an eye on how the company navigates these waters is key, especially with the possibility of changes in regulations. On the business side, IT Tech Packaging is in an industry that's facing some big changes. With growing environmental regulations, fluctuating raw material prices, and the rise of digital media cutting into demand for traditional printing paper, there are challenges ahead. However, on the packaging side, especially with the boom in e-commerce, there's potential for growth, particularly in sustainable packaging, which is a big trend right now. From an investor standpoint, it's about watching how the company handles those challenges. If it can innovate and stay ahead of market shifts while keeping costs under control, IT Tech Packaging could still have solid growth potential. But it's important to keep in mind the risks tied to its structure and the broader market trends that could impact its performance. Our review on ADTX. Aditxt Incorporated is a biotech company focused on developing innovative health solutions, particularly around immune system modulation. The company has a range of exciting projects underway across its subsidiaries. Adimune, for instance, is making strides toward clinical trials with plans to address autoimmune diseases like type 1 diabetes and psoriasis using their novel immune tolerance technology. Pear Santa, their precision diagnostic subsidiary, is gearing up for a commercial launch in 2025, starting with blood-based tests for prostate cancer and endometriosis. Pear Santa is also working on an IPO, which could significantly fuel their growth. Another key area for Aditxt is Aditxt, which is pushing to get FDA reapproval for its EEG devices designed for neurological monitoring. They recently acquired assets from Brain Scientific and plan to move forward with commercialization efforts. On top of these developments, Aditxt is in the midst of strategic acquisitions, partnering with Apelai Therapeutics and Regencell Biosciences to expand its portfolio and capabilities. Despite some challenges, including a reverse stock split to stay compliant with NASDAQ rules, the company is pushing ahead with its strategy. Aditxt is launching a new weekly update series starting on March 21st, 2025, to keep investors informed about their progress and future plans. With significant advancements across its business units, Aditxt seems well-positioned for growth and is definitely one to watch. Please subscribe Give the video a like and watch more from our playlist. Thanks.